G'day, and welcome back to Alpha Smelting. We've done a couple of unique melts recently, so let's have a nice simple copper melt today. FYI, things go awry before the end, so stick around to find out what happens. Adding a bit of cardboard between the fire brick and the crucible gives me a bit of confidence that they'll come apart. Due to the chemistry and the heat, they can sometimes bond. Air choke closed, open the gas valve, and light. Here I'm hitting the pieces that didn't fit into the packed crucible. Smooth, deft fingers surrounded by ample protection does not make one smooth anymore. Some of the copper is now liquid, so we'll be able to fit these pieces in now. See? I'm smoking hot. Make sure you have enough distance between yourself and the 1000 degrees Celsius plus furnace. Let's try that again. Some spring-loaded tongs would be great. I'm keeping one hand uncovered for dexterity. A helpful hint in the workshop: leave your materials on a raised surface, hanging over so you can pick them up easily when you're all gloved up. Here we heat the molds, firstly to remove any moisture that can cause steam explosions, and secondly to prevent the layering pattern in the finished ingot. A quick blast of heat for the lifting and pouring tongs as well. Right, now on to the pour. Unless you get your brightness balancing just right, your recording will appear a wash of white. Right, I'm going to pause here for a second. Can anyone guess what's about to happen? A hint is the colour on the bottom of the mould. If you answered it looked a little yellow, then you're correct. This is zinc oxide from the brass mirror polish we did last time. A nice clean pour. I should have used a bit of sandpaper on the graphite mould to remove the oxide before I did the pour. Thanks to Sam's camera operation, we get to see the colour changes in glorious detail. We put the extremely hot crucible back in the furnace to cool down in somewhat relative safety. You can see how quickly the mould heats up. Drum roll please. Ta-da! You may even be able to see it here, a distinct lighter orange section on the surface. The molten copper interacted with the oxide and has become brass. This is where I first see the problem, a splotch of yellow brass. Another quick pause to see how badly the bar was contaminated. We take it to the wire wheel to remove the scale. We make an attempt to sand out the contaminated portion, but decide it's too far gone. Eventually that ingot will be used in the brass melt, adding more zinc to get the ratio correct. That's going to be a challenge to eyeball, but that's future Alpha's problem. So until then, I'm Alpha, and this has been Alpha's Smelting.